presentation title is Incubating Environment and Prospect of Social Enterprise in Japan from the point of view of paradigm shift. It's a very broad forecasting on sustainable socio-ecological development. Okay, there are 4 parts. One is basic recognitions of perspectives of current situation, current economy, globalization. 2 is a green economy, sustainable development. This is more related with social enterprise future. And 3rd, Japanese social economy, enterprise, NPOs, and cooperatives. This is Japanese situation. And finally, future perspectives related with Japan, Korea, Asia, and the world. Okay, let's start. So, this is the 3 characteristics of modern civilization. One is a very rapid growth and expansion. This is very related some problems. One is a global inequity and increasing large gap. And this is also related with linear maximization, very related with monoculture and narrow value system. Okay, you can see this is our planet, modern age. This is age of mega cities. Already we are now facing to city or urbanization age, but this trend is very related with huge consumption of energy and resources. So what happened in the future? Yes, this is the population trend. The red line increasing urbanization, blue line rural area population. Just changing a few years before in global level. I've heard from Chinese population the same trend. But in detail, there are 2 types of expanding cities, but the other one is shrinking cities. And also inside with urbanization, there are problems. You can growing. This is urban slum population trends. This is very growing. This is very related with poverty, and social situation is getting bad. So probably we have to how to manage this kind of population trend and inside some problems. Another one is very related with economic situation. Our economy, global economy, is still have a very big problem, troublesome. One is global imbalances. This is trade imbalance, some surplus area, but the other one is a deficit area, minus, and those gap still growing. Even adjustment of 2008 financial crisis. After financial crisis, we are now recovering, but we have now still this kind of contradiction is continuing. Another problem is Gini coefficient. This is an indicator of inequality. So, and also this is very related to our taxation system, income tax, top income tax rate falling every developed countries. It's very related with inequity, economic situation. So I think one is very important for our social system to adjust of the financial control and also tax control, I think. This is a very fundamental aspect we have to see. Yeah, in reality, 1% rich people increasing every countries, and in the bottom line, especially United States, very high growth of 1% rich people. That's happened, occupied movement in Wall Street. Another big challenge our society or global, our planet is environmental issues. So the temperature zone just going up, and probably this is near future's trend, temperature zone. We are starting point here, and I don't know what happened in near future, 10 years or 20 years or 100 years. This trend very related with our human activities. And those human activities related is of fuel consumption, fossil fuel. Those are exhausting, will be disappearing 1 century inside within this. Probably we have to change our lifestyle and also industry and economy. So probably very related with our social enterprise activities, very focused on this environmental adjustment. We have to make a solution to change our society. We are now changing. One is a very big international treaty on Rio Conference, 1992, two twin conventions, climate change and biodiversity. I think this is very important, our turning point. Climate change is, this is our civilization based on fossil fuel, non-renewable energy civilization have to change, reduce resources and to stop climate change. Another biodiversity convention means we are very monocultural development to make very human-centered, but we have to make more harmonized with nature and our planet livings together. This means multicultural type of development we have to on this related with biodiversity. So just last year we had a Rio +20 UN conference. In conference, we are very focused on two parts. One is green economy. The other one is sustainable development goals. This goal will start from 2050 after MDGs, post-MDG. MDG is a Millennium Development Goals already going on, but we have to revise new sustainable development goals to next stage. And this green economy is very related with our social enterprise or social economy. This social economy, this is a conference held in Mont Blanc mountainous area meeting. This is very focused on social solidarity economy entrepreneurs. This is a kind of alternative way of Davos meeting, establishment World Economic Forum held in every year in Davos. But this new trend, Mont Blanc meeting, is a kind of not anti, but alternative way of thinking of our society. And the basic idea or vision is our future. What kind of trend? There are two types. One is beyond the limits or within the limits. One is beyond the limit strategy is kind of technological breakthrough. More technology and control nature and overcome the nature, resources, everything. The other one is harmonize with nature, a kind of within the limit and ecological harmonizing approach. I think we are very focused on this within limits and harmonizing approach is very important our social economy. And this two types of approach. One is a linear maximization model, expansion and maximization. But we have to adjust more, not only monoculturalized expansion, to change multiple function or coexistence model of our society or development. And this is a good example of food supply paradigm, food system. I think one is life science and technological paradigm introduce biotechnology, innovation. This is overcome the natural limit. But the other one is more ecological, integrated paradigm. This is very related with a kind of slow food movement. So one is a fast food paradigm. The other one is a slow food paradigm, culture. Okay, so probably what kind of future we have vision. This is trend, globalization, and another one is a localization, and one is a technological innovation, but the other one is a more ecological adaptation. So near future, we are going to global technotopia, but after technotopia, we'll be back to more sympathize with nature, and this is Satoyama Satoumi, is a biodiversity renaissance local vision. I think these are very important base of our futures and social economy. And the basic vision is based on this philosophy. Inside human and outside the environment, they are combined together. This is very famous traditional Asian idea of Shindo Fuji. And this is more sympathized with Western culture, LOHAS, lifestyle health, not individual health, but also planet sustainability, level linkage. This is a very basic our philosophy. Okay, the Japanese nowadays situation, we have very severe experiences of modernization. It's very difficult to explain more detail, but some is just one is we have a big tragedy of Hiroshima Nagasaki nuclear bomb, but 2011 we have a big disaster, natural disaster and also human disaster. Human means is Fukushima nuclear plant's accident. This disaster, more than 20,000 people died, and more than 200,000 people evacuating still, and 3/4 related with Fukushima nuclear accident. And also we have a very tragedy of pollution problem, Minamata disease, and we have still struggling of Minamata disease after 60 years after still. But more positive, not on negative side, but positive side is a biodiversity convention held in 2010 in Nagoya, and we ratified the Nagoya Protocol. And another one is Kyoto Protocol in 1997. So we Japanese policy trend for more environmental-based development. But actually not so difficult, easy to change. Our situation is tsunami, earthquake, but at that time, recognition of traditional community cooperation is very important, and this one is a co-op sector cooperation is very active, and very we are re-evaluating communal and mutual supportance. And there are many activities on this kind of social movement. This is an NPO, one example of NPO ethic entrepreneurial training for innovative communities. This is NPO, started in 2000, and this is more very focused on Tohoku reconstruction, about 64 project ongoing. So we have lessons these in Japanese experiences. So there are the limits of modern programs to top-down regulation or conventional business-based market economy. We are more focused on community level or citizen activities or voluntary cooperative activities is very important to resolve the problem. And I think the social economy or social business enterprises are very focused on, very related with business or government, but base is citizen and community base, and not only money base, more kind of mutual supportance. Japanese social business is very small, still small, but now growing. But the definition or concept of social business, this is prospect by METI, Minister of Economy and Trade and Industry, Japanese government, but very small estimation, I think. This business model cases, there are some. I don't have time to detail, but very related with other speakers mentioned already, social care or health care and environment and renewable energy and senior elderly people support. Those are very important activities. And also there are some supportance from my Japanese government. And the incubating environment, they are very important for not only communal or community local level, but also industry, companies, and local government, and also academia, schools and universities, and also very important for intermediate organizations. And there are many kinds of NPO activities, those of incubating medium organization to connect with various sectors. And just this year, we start, this is the Nikkei is a business newspaper, Japanese biggest business newspaper, just held a social initiative Nikkei Award. More than 380 groups try to apply, and 35 finalists, and finally the 4 awards. One is a kind of child care, and also the other one is care for elderly people. The other one is international cooperation, is table for two, reduce the poverty of the world. The other one is reconstruction of Tohoku area. And yeah, almost same situation, various type of social business and activities. The biggest one is rural or community development and healthcare and education and the environment and some others. And also some type of enterprises. The biggest sector is NPO, non-profit organization. But some profit organization is very related, active in this social business area. And the other one is cooperatives. The cooperatives and my base is more related with cooperatives activities. So I just finally explain some cooperative activities in Japan. One is Workers' Cooperative Union. This is very related with elderly people base and just very growing. No time to explain detail, please show in your slide. And the businesses, the very social services, environment, and building, and I think this is very, very similar with Korean situation and some other countries. And the new emerging activities is NPO funds for renewable energy. We Japan promote nuclear power plant very focusing, but we are now just changing the NPO fund promoting this new renewable energy project. Okay, so we are now changing time to find the new way to more sustainable society. And we have this is a very basic idea or instruments for sustainable society, technologically, and also legal regulation is very important. And also more soft regulation, economic method, and control. But basic is socio-cultural adaptation. This is more important, I think, education or recognition of our cultural values more related with sustainability. And another perspective is the comprehensive sustainable approach from micro level to macro, medium, or to macro international level. So how to integrate with this kind of step-by-step product level or personal level or enterprise level. This is very our activities, but related with more regional or national level. That not only this globalization age, we have to international level to more connect with. Those are very related with together. So we have to have a more comprehensive perspectives from micro to macro or global level. Okay, it's finally we green economy or social economy just ongoing based on paradigm shift. This paradigm is the industrial pyramid, just a 20th century's paradigm, industrialization. But future or this 21st century, we are more harmonized with nature, natural capital, and human capital, and also industrial capital. So how to harmonize with? So our future green economy, social enterprise, very focus of three areas: energy, environment, and food and agriculture, and related with eco-industry, and our human well-beings, healthcare, social welfare. Okay, so we are now turning point, and we have to clear vision of our future. Thank you very much.
후르사 코유 교수님, 좋은 발표 감사합니다. 잠깐, 네, 일본이 당면한 사회적 문제들이 굉장히 저희와 중국하고 같은 면도 있으면서도 또 다른 면이 많은데 그럼에도 불구하고 사회적 기업이나 사회적 섹터들이 중요한 역할을 하고 있다는 것이 굉장히 중요한 함의를 가질 수 있다고 생각을 합니다. 후루사와 코유 교수님 발표에 대해서 질문 있으신 분 질문해 주시죠.
네, 발표 잘 들었는데요. 여기 보면은 2008년도에서 2012년도에 이게 집중 추진 기간을 했는데 한국에서는 IMF 이후에 그래서 사회적 기업이 이렇게 체제되었다 이렇게 하는데 일본은 왜 2008년에서 2012년에 이렇게 나왔는지랑 그리고 한국에서는 기업의 안전한 육성을 위해서 정부에서 지원이 있는데 일본에서도 지원이 있는지 좀 알고 싶습니다.
Thank you very much. Actually, the situation is very changing. So our political situation, just changed the administration, the LPD to Democratic Party, and they are very focused on kind of more public sector or public communal development, self-development, very related with social business. But nowadays, new revival Abe economics, this is not so much focused on this social enterprise. So our Japanese government sector now are a little bit behind this kind of new trend, social enterprise activities, mostly more based on NPO activities or conventional business. They are more focused on social values, and so the government not promotion of this, but including the reconstruction of Tohoku disaster, there may be big money, financial support to reconstruct, and those funds are very related with social enterprise and business activities. But I'm wondering, this Abenomics, this is, sound to me, is a kind of going back to our Japanese old dream of economical growth. And I think this is not so well connection with social enterprise or social economy. I'm just wondering now.
후루사 코유 교수님 감사합니다. 네.